We got lots of people posting on social media that they're losing their SNAP benefits. Oh, they're losing their minds. However, they got the latest iPhone. They got their nails done, their hair done. They got a Louis Vuitton bag. They got money for all of that. But they ain't got money to feed their kids. They want the taxpayers to do that? Well, the taxpayers didn't lie down with you in your bed, spread your legs, and pop out these kids that you want us to pay for. So here's what you do. You go in your car, which you probably got a nice car too. Go in your car, go fill out some job applications, and while you're at it, stop at the nearest bookstore and get a how-to book on how to prioritize life.
They cutting food stamps? Now, I'm not encouraging anyone to steal. Don't do that. If they taking money, if they taking benefits out your pocket, I think y'all should take benefits out of their pockets. Now, I don't want nobody to steal, though. Don't steal. And I also encourage y'all to not buy gifts this holiday season. If they taking benefits from you, take benefits from them. Don't shop, and don't steal.
All right, now they said in November they cutting this SNAP program, they cutting the food stamps, and people are pissed. Now, I genuinely feel bad for the individuals who can't work and do have to collect these benefits. But for those of you that have working hands and feet that choose to stay home and collect these benefits, I don't feel bad for you. And to all of you that are talking about, I'm walking up in that store and I'm taking what I want and I'm not paying for it and I better not get touched, keep that same energy when the cops come. Keep that same energy when you're standing before the judge. Keep that same energy when you're sitting in a cell. Keep that same energy when your children have sleepless nights because their parents are sitting somewhere in a cold cell because they wanted to do something reckless. That mentality will get you nowhere. And I don't know why we're not realizing this in 2025. You can't just walk up in a store and take what you want. Nobody owes you anything. If it was really that serious to you and you really needed those benefits, you would prioritize. Getting your hair, nails, and lashes done is not a necessity. Name brand shoes and clothes are not a necessity. And let's not forget, this halt is temporary. A permanent solution to a temporary problem is not worth the risk. So go ahead, run up in them people's store and take what you want. Let's see what happens.
Food stamps might get cut off. You've got people on this app getting hundreds of thousands of likes saying that they're just gonna steal the food instead. Imagine being so entitled that you think that just because the government stops giving you free stuff, you're now entitled to steal it. A lot of y'all should have been cut off a long time ago without a government shutdown because a lot of y'all have no business being on food stamps. You cannot work at all and simply have kids and exist and get up to almost $1,000 a month in a household of 4 on food stamps. Just sitting back, existing, no work requirement whatsoever. That should never have been allowed. Food stamps should be a temporary holdover while you look to get back on your feet so you can support yourself. Food stamps should not be this thing where people like me permanently pay for your groceries so that you can use the money you save to instead spend that on alcohol and vacations. That should never have been allowed. So I am happy to see you get cut off, and I will be even happier to see you get arrested when you think that you're entitled to steal food instead.
So the government of the day has put SNAP benefits to a halt. And by the way, if you think that this is a very crazy decision, then you'll be surprised to hear that there is a very huge number of people out there, or a very huge number of American citizens who are in support of this decision. If anything, they argue that, just as you've heard from this citizen in the first video, that why should people living lavish lifestyles, why should people who own iPhone 17s, why should people who own various types of luxury cars be entitled to receive SNAP benefits. According to them, SNAP benefits shouldn't be something that probably people should be entitled to receive for so many years. Of course, they claim that we've had some people on receiving these SNAP benefits for more than 5 years, which shouldn't be the case. And while their argument is tenable, there is also another group of citizens who do believe that this is not the best way forward. The government should not put these SNAP benefits to a hold. And their argument is also tenable, and it's an argument that I would really like you to listen. Let's first get to hear their argument first.
Republicans are literally willing to watch American children go hungry because they don't want to spend money on making sure that healthcare stays affordable for people in this country. And the fact that people don't understand that that's exactly what's happening is mind-boggling to me. They're worried about spending. They're worried about fraud, insurance fraud, and where are these subsidies going? Where are these tax breaks? What about the fucking money you're sending to Argentina? What about the money you're sending to Israel? You're not worried about spending then. Why are you worried about spending all of a sudden when it comes to making healthcare affordable for Americans? And then the people that are going to lose their fucking benefits, the ones down south and all these places, these rural American areas that voted overwhelmingly for Trump, who are going to lose their benefits and the ability to feed themselves and their children, are still going to vote for the people that took it from them because the propaganda is so strong. What do we do at this point? Like, reading some of my comments, the people are just so far gone that I don't know that there's any getting through to them. So what the fuck can we do? What can we do at this point? I feel so powerless. I'm so frustrated. That's why I haven't even talked about this yet. What do we do?
You know what? I really hate to say this, but I hope they do dismantle the whole SNAP benefits program. Because a lot of y'all are lazy. Like, let's just really face it. This program has been around for years, okay? Years. And a lot of y'all still have not learned. Y'all are lazy. You don't either want to get up and go to work, or you don't want to find you a better job because you're comfortable in what you're doing. You don't want to do too much, but you're expecting to get paid a lot of money to do nothing. Get up and get a job, or go get a better job. It is not the government's responsibility to feed you. This is the type of BS that I've been seeing on my timeline, and it is very frustrating, okay? What a lot of people fail to understand and realize that 80% of people that are on the SNAP benefit program work. And the reason that they are on the program is because life is expensive. Groceries are expensive. Rent or mortgages are expensive. Living is expensive. So for those who are complaining about others who are frustrated about this shutdown regarding the SNAP benefits program, you really need to wake up and stop judging. Not everyone is lazy. Not everyone is sitting on their couch not doing anything. Life is expensive. There are folks out here who make $100K a year or make $75K a year and are still struggling. There are families who have the father around, because I know that's a thing too. You got all these kids. You shouldn't be having all these kids with these men. Yeah, there are families who have all parents and all parties involved and are still struggling. So before you open up your mouth and judge, make sure you're not next.
So according to this second lot of people who do believe that the government made a very, very crazy decision to hold these SNAP benefits, they, according to them, they want us to imagine, or they want you to think about that kid who's being raised by a single mother. Think about that kid. Think about that kid who's being raised by a disabled parent. Think about that kid whose parent cannot work. According to them, that's exactly what they present, of which it's a tenable argument. It's an argument that I personally will not dismiss, and I believe anybody with some brains will not dismiss. So you'll notice that however much these two sides have differences, they somehow have something right about their arguments.
What the government's saying is go get a job. He don't care if you gotta work and you gotta do this and you gotta do that. It's time to get a job, okay? Or the Section 8, all that's going. Like, I don't know how many times you gotta realize that this country does not have any more money for you to be sitting around talking about what's on the show. I mean, yes, just be for real. Like, we got so many people out here that is so sick and tired. Bones is aching, back is aching, and everything else. And you know what they do? They get up every day and they keep going. But yeah, you're sitting there. You sitting there Come on, because we all got somebody in our family, friends, somebody. Oh, I'm not working for this little bit of money. Oh, I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing this. Well, excuse me. I mean, excuse me. We never thought we was going to get to this point, but we here. Okay? And not a single soul can do nothing about it. We here. Accept it. We here. Okay? Go ahead, clock it in. We here. You can't be mad over what you've been getting free. I'm going to say that one more time. You can't be mad of what you've been getting free. Some of y'all out here paying 50 cents. Okay?
They trying to kill us. They trying to starve us to death. I just got some bad news, y'all. The U.S. just voted against food as a human right in 2025. Not 1825, not 1925, in 2025, okay? They out here preaching freedom and democracy while telling the world that basic survival is optional. What the fuck is really going on? Nah, that's not right. And you can't call yourself the land of the free if you out here denying people food. Where they do that at? Like, y'all have money for bombs and billionaires and fucking bailouts, but not for basic dignity? I'm not understanding. This system is starving people.
Some of y'all really should have been cut off of food stamps a long time ago, and that comes from someone who's been there. Because here's the truth. A lot of people are finessing the system, working under the table, not reporting income, still collecting benefits. And when the Republicans asked for transparency, Dems refused because they knew y'all would get caught. And they didn't want to be the reason why it got cut off. That's why the benefits got cut, so that it's the big bad Republicans' fault. I'm a single mom. I was on food stamps for 2 months. Then I got a job, worked hard, and got off of them because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be a bridge, not a lifestyle. They're meant to help you get on your feet. That's what's supposed to happen, not keep you from ever working. Meanwhile, there's people paying taxes that don't qualify, are doing it the right way and budgeting and having a cart that's half as full as the people that have food stamps. That's not fair. And now that the system's being checked, people are upset because they're actually having to budget, just like the rest of us. They're having to cut back on extras, make sacrifices like a bunch of other people do every single week. You have the right to food, absolutely. But that doesn't mean you need $1,000 a month in benefits forever. It means budgeting, planning, and learning to live responsibly and getting a job. So yeah, it's time to budget, just like everyone else. That's not cruelty. You are just being held accountable.
So, listening to both sides of their argument, there is one thing that I've realized, that first, not everybody qualifies to receive these SNAP benefits. But again, the other side of the coin is that there are some people who rightfully do qualify to receive these SNAP benefits, and these are the people who are supposed to be receiving SNAP benefits. So I think that there is a small number, there is a small fraction of citizens who wrongfully enroll to receive these SNAP benefits. There is a small fraction of citizens who do want to receive these benefits without working, yet they can work. They are in positions to work. Some of them also just receive these SNAP benefits while working. I've done a video on this channel, you can check out my catalog, whereby a woman who's already employed and has plenty chooses just to apply for SNAP benefits, probably just so that she can get extra cash to probably buy junk food, get some pieces out there. I don't think that should be the case. So this small fraction of people is the fraction of people that is causing these two sides to kind of clash very different opinions. Well, I do respect the opinions of both sides, and listening to both sides, I think that somehow whatsoever they both have a point in their respective arguments. When the left says that they want you to think about that kid who's being raised by a single mother, probably that single mother who's ailing, I don't think that single mother is in a position to provide for the kid. And that is exactly what America is, and that's what Americans should stand for, being there for each other. I understand there's some people who probably may be so capitalistic in thinking. They would say, why should we be helping you at a time whereby it was your own personal choice to have that kid that you're having? But you remember, we do have plans in our lives. You may plan that you'll have this kid and then put everything in place for you to be able to raise that kid, for you to be able to school that kid. But again, we plan, but God is the one who executes. We find ourselves in situations whereby we plan this and then get results of the opposite, things that we did not plan. So I don't think we should be blaming them so much. I don't think we should be blaming these kind of citizens so much. This shouldn't be the case. That should not be the case. But again, to that small fraction, that small percentage of citizens who are out there depending on these SNAP benefits, yet they know very well that they can work harder to get promotions, or they can work their way up the ladder of success, yet they choose to probably just lazy around. Then again, that's wrong, and that should not be the case. And I think that's the reason why the government made that decision. And while the government made that decision, I do believe that probably there may be a better way to handle this. And again, I also do believe that we should not really overreact, because it's just a temporary hold, according to my understanding. It's just a temporary hold. And I believe the government will get to the bottom of this. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Please let me know what your thoughts are concerning all this that's going on. As usual, I am your presenter, Kachina, and I'd really like to encourage you to leave a comment. Let's have that conversation. Let's have that talk going on. I do encourage us to have these kind of uncomfortable conversations, or this kind of controversial talks that so many people or the mainstream media chooses to ignore, or rather to present them in a biased scope. Leave that comment and let's have that conversation going on. Otherwise, if at all you enjoyed the video, then please consider giving it a thumbs up, and also consider supporting the channel by sharing the video, or even consider supporting the channel by subscribing. It really means a lot. That way, these kind of videos will be able to reach more citizens like you. Otherwise, that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to be seeing you in the next video. Bye.